I'm in the process of installing this insulation sheeting into my garage door, which is a panel door right there. I've already installed two just to test it out, and it's a standard well, it's a double garage door. I got 16 panels as such. It's not really divided into 16 panels, but I got 16 areas where I could looking to put my sheets on. This one here, it's got the windows. I'm gonna have to cut around that. But at the moment, I'm using this material here, which is I got off eBay. It's a roll of 12 meters square, so it's 1 meter and sorry, it's 1200 wide, and this is 12 meters. So I've got a roughly, I think, 14 squares in here. So pretty sure it's got some air bubbles in here. So there's two sides. This side here is, as you can see, there's not much of a pattern in there. This is dull compared to this side. So this side, as you can see, it's nice and shiny. It's got the distinctive round air cells, and there's air bubbles in there. So I rang up the supplier and said it doesn't really matter which side is facing for my insulation, which is for that wall there. However, I was told that if I was going to use this on the roof, that this part here should be facing the roof, and this one here down towards you, which is down the ceiling. So like I said, it doesn't really matter, as he said. But what I've done is opted to use this end here, which is facing me, as you can see. So I've put the dull side on that side, which is facing the sun, mainly because I like the pattern facing this way, so it's nice and shiny. And all I have to do is cut up all this. So that's 570 mil high by 1100 mil wide, and it's pretty straightforward. Just measure it and cut it with the scissors, and then glue it on. Now I'm just going to talk about how I'm gluing this on, because there's a few options of putting this up. I think double-sided tape, which I don't think is going to last. Some silicone, which is pretty hard to keep it up there while it's drying. So what I'm using is, which I've used before for other projects, is the polyurethane. So this is the liquid nails, Celis liquid nails, the I'll say it's ultimate strength, and it cures in 10 minutes. That's what I'm using. That's a polyurethane base. So first I've tried it just using the polyurethane. I did it on 8 spots, basically in the corners, one in the middle there, one in each corner, just little dots, and tried it on, held it on with my 2 hands, and pretty much struggling to keep it up there, as the even though it's vertical, as this tended to lift, that to lift. So basically I needed another 3 pairs of hands, maybe 4, basically holding it down. So I took that off, gave up on that idea, and to complement the polyurethane, so I could use polyurethane with this system, because polyurethane dries in 10 minutes, but I need to hold it up there. That's the only problem. I've complemented that with a glue gun. So what I'm doing, as I'm about to show you, I'm just right next to put down the polyurethane dots first, and then right next to it is the glue gun, and quickly put that on place, and the glue holds that in place. Sorry, the glue gun holds that in place, because it dries fairly quickly within 10-15 seconds. It cools down and it holds it there, and the polyurethane will take over for the long distance adhesive side of things. So I'm going to show you. I've already cut the piece off right there. I'm just going to do this panel here. Sorry, no, I'll do the bottom panel because it's easier to show in video. Do the bottom panel, just giving it a quick wipe down, and now I'm ready to go. And the glue gun is ready to go as well, so show you what I'm doing there. And very important, put your gloves on, or put some sort of gloves. The one I'm just using some disposable plastic gloves that is aluminium, and it starts to oxidize on the top, and you'll end up with a layer of aluminium in your fingers, which I've already found out. Alright, so the first step is the polyurethane. So just a couple blobs, about 8 of them. Nothing too thick, just little ones. It is very light material. So that's all I've done. It's just little tiny ones right there. It's about 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So there's 9 spots there, basically on the corners. And I've got all these patterns in here, which I'm going to push in there. So, and the next one is, I got to do it fairly quickly, is the hot melt glue gun. So I've got the piece ready. That's ready to go. So I'm just putting blobs of this glue gun right next to it. And it's a pretty warm day, so it's not going to dry really quickly. It's not going to set really quickly, so I'm just right next to it. Make sure you don't put it right on top of it, because it's going to cure fairly quickly. So nothing dramatic, but you got to work pretty quickly. Bottom first, gravity pulls down. And I'm just going to push it. Let the glue gun touch the surface. Oh, sorry, the glue. Because I'm doing this by myself, I've had to obviously be a bit quick about it. If I had another pair of hands, should be okay. So the glue gun, the hot melt glue gun, is already set. And here, the middle part. And now the polyurethane is going to take over, and here you go. That's what it looks like. So I've got the grooves in there. That's set. I got the one point there here as well. See how we can feel it's not coming out at the moment, so that's enough. Well, I believe so. That's enough. The polyurethane is pretty strong, so this is the theory anyway. So I'll see what happens. I'll do the rest, and hopefully I can see the difference in temperature. I've got a thermometer, a laser thermometer. I'll give that a go right after I'll do all this. Alright, so all done. So I've used up just under 11 squares. So I've got a 1200 by 10 meter roll, which is 12 meters square. Just enough for this double garage door, so you can see. So I've measured, tested the temperature difference before I put all the foil on the panels. Tested the one with the panel and the one without the foil panels, and the difference was roughly 3 degrees. So it was 3 degrees cooler on the one with the foil panels, and obviously 3 degrees warmer without it. Just roughly. So I haven't actually had the proper 30-40 degree heat outside, so I'll be testing that in the next few days. I think we've got some 30+ degrees coming up. And so that's all done. So at the moment it's holding up the polyurethane. Like I said, I can't see why it wouldn't work. It's very light material. So there you go. This is how I've insulated my garage door. Pretty straightforward. It's pretty economical. You buying the roll of eBay. I can't recall how much it was now. Just $100 plus with free postage.